While a lot of Americans have been distracted by Sydney Sweeney and whether her jeans ad is offensive or not, our leaders have been orchestrating a literal healthcare crisis that's going to hit us in a few months. That is, commercial health insurance plan premiums are about to skyrocket. We're talking about increases in our premiums from between 15% and 65% depending on where you live and what plan you're on. There are a few reasons for these price hikes. The insurance companies say it's because of rising healthcare costs, hospital charges, drug prices, more people using healthcare, also tariffs that are raising the costs of drugs and medical supplies. The tax credits that have been in place for several years are also expiring at the end of 2025. These were subsidies in place for lower income and middle class families, and they will disappear almost entirely. As always, they're saying there's a lot of partisan hostility, which just means it's political, and in the end, it's the American people who end up in the crossfire. There are 24 million Americans who buy their insurance through their state marketplaces, and their rates are going to increase significantly. There are a lot of different folks who get their insurance through the marketplace, people who have jobs that don't provide health insurance, gig workers like Uber drivers, DoorDash drivers, or other people who work 1099 jobs, and of course business owners who have to buy their own insurance. A typical family of four could see $10,000 higher annual premiums. Millions of people are going to be priced out of health insurance completely. Families might have to cut other things like groceries, clothing, house supplies, prescriptions, and more. Now, if you get your insurance through your job, you might be thinking that this won't affect you. Unfortunately, it will. Costs have been growing in employer-sponsored coverage as well. In fact, about half of employers surveyed say they're going to likely shift more costs to their employees, which means higher deductibles or that people have to get more money deducted from their pay to go towards the insurance plan premiums. I've talked about psychological operations on this channel before, and this Sydney Sweeney fake culture war crisis seems like a big one, along with other distractions in the media. These distractions successfully take people away from focusing on things like this insurance cost hike that is literally going to impact the day-to-day lives of millions of Americans. But it's barely gotten any attention in the media. I wonder why.